And me and Guy started our song. We hadn't got a name for this at all. Um, as you can see, it's now called King of Elephants. We started off the piano chords. On this piano there's tape delay on both of them, and then the EQ on here is high cut, and then about 200 hertz it's boosted up. This is because I wanted an underlayer of the piano just to make it sound real, and then I added the tape delay to make it have a little bounce when you hit the note, so it sounds more real. We then added the snap. This is actually a recording of me and Guy. We snapped our fingers into a mic, and then we layered them over each other, panned them both ways, bounced them together, and then you have this. Then added the kick off the Muramasa kit. As you can tell, it's Kickstarter sidechained. I then added a bass section and then a cello section. Then if you come here, I pitched the piano down at this point, took away the high melody, added the next chord, and then put a high melody, a different high melody on top. And then added the same chords but in a cello for the let's have a whole section here. These have got the stop reverbs on. Then added a Steinway, not Steinway, a electric piano, a whirly electric piano. And then piano. And then some plucks. This is from the synth. And then the bass. I added a drop build-up kick. What a dream! So we're coming to the end of week 3. On a Wednesday we went into the studio. Me and Guy went into the studio, and we recorded some of the lyrics he'd written the previous day.
I think of sleep, I wanna dream summer nights out carefree. I close my eyes.
For this I put pitch correction on.
The sun dies. Oh, how my life is a blessing.
Exciter.
I think of sleep, I wanna dream.
Channel EQ.
Wanna dream summer nights out carefree. I close my
Just
eyes.
take out some of the frequency that he's not using and boost some of the
how
frequency
my
he
life
is using.
is a blessing.
Spreader.
I try to sleep, I wanna dream.
De-esser.
Wanna dream summer
And
nights
delay.
out carefree. I close my eyes, the sun dies. Oh, how my...
And then same with this, but the EQ I've ducked a bit more.
I wanna dream summer nights out carefree. I close my eyes, the sun dies. Oh, how my life is a blessing. I try to sleep, I wanna dream.
So we originally planned to have some acoustic guitar. So I took a picture of the C414, and which is what we used for the room ambience of the guitar. We didn't end up putting the guitar in because it didn't fit in the song, it didn't feel emotional enough, didn't have the right rhythm. There was loads of reasons, and Guy agreed with me that we shouldn't put it in. So we decided to record some vocals instead, as you know we had like an hour left, and Guy had written some vocals the previous day. So we recorded them, and we used this mic. We tested out a couple of other mics. Social media again this week was lacking. I only had one post. This meant that I was behind on my plan, and I wasn't keeping up with my marketing campaign. So I needed to catch up. I needed to catch up with it badly. I did keep my my tags, so my recording with this today. Who wants to hear some of the recordings? I planned to do something like that in my research and the hashtags. Things I did this week was I created a Facebook profile picture with Martian music. I did this because I needed to be on both platforms of Instagram and Facebook, so I could hit the Facebook market and the Instagram market at the same time. The good thing about these two is they're linked, so that I can share stuff from Facebook, I can share from Facebook to Instagram, and I can invite people from Instagram to like my Facebook page. I can also invite all my friends on Facebook, so if I have about 200 plus friends on here, too many to count, that I can invite to here to like my page. But the thing about the Facebook is that not many friends and family do like this. It's easier to like something on Instagram and look at someone's page on Instagram. With this, it's you have to sort of like scroll down instead of everything being in the same place. It's through different links like photo album, live video, and stuff like that. The other thing is that I can't hit a commercial market with, well, I can, but it's much harder to hit a commercial market with Facebook. Whereas Instagram, you can follow Americans, and their American friends will follow you, or Americans people can follow you. It's much harder to get access to the commercial market on Facebook. What I'm going to take away from this week is, and I'll add on to next week, is the fact that I can now structure a song. With Guy's help, I have been able to structure this song up to the drop to fit a commercial song. I've added an intro, a verse, um, a break in the verse, a build up, everything that a normal pop song or EDM song has, with the added bonus of vocals. So it's week 4, and I'm carrying on with the track that me and Guy are writing. So far I've added a kick to the drop. So I've started the drop. Added a kick, a snare, kick and snare. I've added some vocal chops, or his vocal, and I've chopped it up. And then some of his vocals sampled. And then some more here.
I'm not asleep, but what a dream. On summer nights I'll watch and go.
Then we got the fill before the drop. And then the actual drop with the synth. That's just a saw wave that I made on Serum. That's it with a low frequency oscillator. That's from the Haunt Me Future Bass pack. That is a simple saw wave with a sine under it, distorted. And this is a simple bass. This next bit in the song was quite difficult to do. It took me maybe a day to do. It's this part here of each synth. It's got tape stop, so it's got tape stop speeding up and then slowing down. It was finding the right parts and chopping them up to sound good, and then layering them together to sound good. And then it just carries on through here. To add to the transitioning into the next part of the chorus, I added a tom fill. This is from the Miramaster kit that is free to get. Then it just adds back into the kick and then the snare. And then I have a crispy vinyl, which is also from the Miramaster kit, which is flexed and changed. And then I just have some normal hi-hats and open hats from the drum kit. And then it basically repeats itself for 2 more bars and then goes into a new section. So after the chorus, I always find it difficult to sort of like transition into the verse and find out. But once I've done that transition, the rest of the song is easy to me. I can work out what I want. I can structure it in my head and put it down on here. Like I said, the hardest part was the transition, and the easiest way I found was to sort of like add the plucks from the start back in straight away, as you can hear. And then add bright side in twice here. So the next point was I needed something to change up from the intro to sort of like to keep up with the chorus and get ready for the next one. So I added a drum break. The kick from the start, a new snare and another snare down here, which is pitched down, and an 808 bass. The 808 bass sounds quite distorted, but even though there's no distortion on there. I then added the hi-hats and crispy shaker from the chorus, or drop, which I found was a nice transition back into the vocals. And then adding those vocal chops back here. And then adding the kick and everything back here, without the hi-hat or shaker. Then I started to do the build-up again and felt like it needed a change. So I added this bass in here. This is from Serum. This is from Serum. And it's a preset from the Serum. I didn't actually mess with it. What I did was cut it off, and it had some distortion on it, which I didn't like, so I took that off. So the next was the build-up. The build-up needed to change because it needed to progress into something different, so I added some extra stuff to it. And then it goes straight back into the chorus, and it's the same chorus, nothing is different except from it's flipped. So instead of this being here, it is now here. Just added a new edge to the song, and then the song ends straight away. I feel because of the schedule, some of this track was rushed, especially the vocals. Guy did a great job on writing them and performing them. They're exceptional. The lyrics could have been a tiny bit better. It could have had more more words, less repetitive. But for the first time writing a song, I don't think it's as bad as it could have been. But I certainly don't think it's as good as it could have been. It does feel rushed. I think to help improve my next song, I should follow the same sort of like planning process that me and Guy had. So write down the chords and then start working on the lyrics when the piano chords are done, instead of writing the whole song and then doing the lyrics, because you'll find it difficult, because you can't structure the song, and two, you can't then write your lyrics around that song because it's quite difficult too. I think to help improve my next song, I should follow the same sort of like planning process that me and Guy had. So write down the chords and then start working on the lyrics when the piano chords are done, instead of writing the whole song and then doing the lyrics, because you'll find it difficult, because you can't structure the song, and two, you can't then write your lyrics around that song because it's quite difficult too.